Hi, welcome to TJ Talks Random, day 9. So, yes, again, as the tradition goes, let's read out the task. So, building up self discipline for a good purpose. But day by day, it's not going as if how I wanted it to go because there are secondary things that coming into my life. So, I have to be looking after it for next 2 weeks, but also need to set up my own self, set up my own time for myself, so that I just don't be doing the other work more than learning, than studying myself and improving myself. So woke up 6 in the morning, and morning I didn't study anything. I was so sleepy and tired kind of. So yeah, and about doing my own things, I've done it, and also no extensive use of nothing. Develop a discipline of reading book after 10:30. I have given at 10:30 to 11:30. Actually, today I've given a break to myself because it was exam past 1 week. So thought that you might need a break, and you might also need to get back to sleep as early as possible. So as soon as I get done with my podcast recording, I'll just go and sleep and take a good nap and wake early in the morning, that is 6 a.m. So about today's day, I think few things went right today, considering about how we wanted to have a fest for our beloved seniors, and we wanted to include our juniors so that they get an idea about why and how we do all this program. One thing is that it's for fun and all other things, but we will be learning a lot of things like managing and communication and leadership qualities and all those things, which really gets hard for me to explain when it's asked in a question about management leadership. But I'm actually I understand when it happens in actual real circumstances, so better there. And what else I think no matter what you do, some kind of problems you have to be facing it no matter what. Even though you have planned well, some unconscious, uncertain problems will always be there, standing by and waiting for you. Oh, come, let's face each other, let's make love. Haha. Shit, what are you talking, TJ? No, TJ's talking random. But TJ won't stop doing this no matter what. TJ will be doing this until he changes himself. The best part of this doing this podcast is that before doing this podcast, I feel like, oh, today you have to be doing it. What if you stop it? If I stop it, then I'll get back to level 0, and then there's no hope of me getting back. So never want to get back into that dark place. I mean, it's not a dark place, but who want to just be lying down when you have a beautiful life? I just want to live my life to the fullest. So the first priority is me, myself, and then the others. In terms of I'm not, it's not generally speaking, but generally speaking, I'll be like, see, I'll do my work, you do your work. The main problem with why people have a problem with each other is that, for example, you can consider a neighbor. What if he does what exactly a neighbor should be doing? Be respectful to his neighbors. Do exactly what he needs to be doing as a neighbor, rather than just putting his waste into the other neighbor's compound, or even being disrespectful to them. Is all the things that you shouldn't be doing. As a good neighbor, what you will be doing? Being respectful. Keep business to yourself and help them when they need it. So just do all those things now. Why would you just go and do other things? So yeah, it's valid for all other things. If you're being a good student, then if you're being a student, then do things that a student needs to be doing, rather than you doing things that some 23-year-old person, 23, it's not a big number, 35-year-old person does, or something that really is not necessary when you're at this age. So just play the role to its fullest. Be conscious about your decisions. Be conscious about where you move your head, where you move your hands, where you move your leg, where you step into, on whom you step into, with whom you're talking, what you're talking. Just don't let your emotions carry on. Have a control over it. Know what you're doing. As soon as you let your emotions go through you, what happens is you just keep speaking. You don't stop. You don't think. You feel, if you let your emotions go through, what happens is it helps you calm down, but the consequences of that would literally hit you back after a few moments. So yeah, just do your own business. That's the best way you can just avoid bringing all those nonsenses into your life. And yeah, being a son, what can you be doing? Being a son, for example, me being a son to my mother, you can just make people happy. The close ones, you can make, like your father, your mother. It's very easy to make them happy. Just know what they want and do what they want. But the tricky part of this solution is that you have your own thinking and your own soul, and you have your own likings too. So when you have a contradictory thoughts, what happens is you don't happen to sit in the same bench. You people have parallel thoughts. So you go parallel, he goes parallel. What happens? Conflict leads to having a disturbed relationship between a father and son. So if you are a son who is conscious about having a good relationship with your parents, then know what they want. If you really want to have a good relationship with them, then do a thing. First, you satisfy all those things that they need. I mean, if you want to have a safe answer to it, if you want to have a safe life, or if you really care about them, then just do what they want first. And with that, do it for around 20 to 30% or 50%. And with that, you do your own thing which you love. You do the things that you love with 100%, with a 200%, no matter how many percent you put, but do it with that affection that you have towards it. And slowly what happens is the ratio, the proportion changes. What happens is, as they see you growing with what you are doing, they'll start reconsidering about the feelings. So it's better you think about it, and just play a role. Just play a role. You have to be playing your role. That's all. All we are doing is we are acting in this world and the best part of the acting is that as you keep acting, your dumb brain, what it does is that, oh, he's doing it, so it must be what actually he likes to do. It doesn't know if you're liking it or not. It does know, but through chemicals and all the things. But if you make it an act that you do daily, it turns into habit, and habit turns into routine. So eventually it will be yourself. So that's 10 minutes, and I'll be stopping my podcast here. This was a total random podcast today that I've done. I've just closed my eyes and let my brain and mouth interconnect and have a good link between them. So so please do subscribe, like, and share this podcast. I'll just love how you respond to my podcast channel, and I would love that you people listen more and more of me talking. This is TJ Talks Random, day 9, signing off.